and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms. And in just 2 days, live on the WWE Network, the leader of the Undisputed Era, baby, will go one-on-one with the ominous man from Amsterdam in a match that originated from Philadelphia, an Extreme Rules match. Also, a woman who has been on an absolute path of mayhem and destruction will collide with the NXT War Goddess for the NXT Women's Championship. And a man who had been on a downward spiral for most of 2017 has risen from the ashes and had became the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. And this Saturday, he will go one-on-one with El Idolo. But before it's time to get extreme, before it's time to prove what you're worth, before it's time to take over Philadelphia, it's time for the rundown. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another video right here on YouTube.com. As of course you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the best damn Twitter handle known to mankind. This is the official rundown for NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, which will be streaming live on the WWE Network in 2 days, on Saturday, January 27th, of course starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are going to go through each and every single one of the matches that have been set for TakeOver Philly. So why don't we get straight into it. So 5 matches were announced for TakeOver Philly. One match was recently announced yesterday, and it was Cassius Ohno versus the Velveteen Dream. Now, previously, the Velveteen Dream had a backstage confrontation with Johnny Gargano, and he said he would have beaten Cassius Ohno in 30 seconds. Cassius Ohno, obviously, he took exception to that, being that Cassius Ohno is the resident knockout artist. So now we get Cassius Ohno versus the Velveteen Dream. This is a clash of, yet again, two polar opposites. Two polar opposites, similar to the Aleister Black match, but this match doesn't have that much story behind it. Obviously, it's simple, straight and to the point, but there's really been no development. But that's not going to take away from the match. You got Cassius Ohno in there, who's without a doubt perhaps the most underrated performer in NXT. We know how much Johnny Gargano's worth. We know how much Aleister Black is worth. Adam Cole, Cien, Almas, McIntyre. The list goes on and on. But Cassius Ohno, I feel he's been a bit overlooked. Now he gets the opportunity to get back on the right track against the Velveteen Dream, who just came out of a great feud with Aleister Black and a great match with Johnny Gargano. This match, now let me tell you something. I always bring up the unpredictability factor when it comes to NXT TakeOver events. Because with the unpredictability factor, it not only raises, but either man could win, and both superstars will end up looking like superstars in the end. That's the same thing. Same thing applies with this match. I don't really know who's going to come out victorious. I don't. Now, part of me is saying that, oh yeah, it's going to be Velveteen Dream, mainly because of the fact that Velveteen Dream needs to get back on a winning streak after he just lost 2 big matches in a row. But then you got Cassius Ohno, who, he hasn't really been utilized to his full ability. I mean, that man could be in the NXT Championship picture. He very well could be. You could insert him into the NXT Championship picture with a guy like Gargano or Almas or Ciampa or McIntyre. But they never did it. He's kind of been given the short end of the stick. So, it could go either way. It could really swing either way here. But if I was to call it straight down the middle, I would call Velveteen Dream. That man really needs a big win. He's had a great feud with Black. He came out looking like a star, even though he lost, and we all knew Aleister Black was going to win. Then you got Johnny Gargano. And I guess they kind of use Velveteen Dream as an enhancement to further enhance Gargano and, push Gargano into that position. in which Gargano basically says, yeah, I'm here, I will fight anyone en route to my NXT Championship match, and I'm going to take on all comers, and I'm going to come out on top in the end. That's basically what they use Velveteen Dream for. So, Velveteen Dream, he really needs this win. He needs this win. I'm not going to be mad if he loses, but it would make the most sense for Velveteen Dream to win. That way he can continue on his, path of flamboyancy in NXT. And Cassius Ohno, call me crazy, but I think Cassius Ohno should go up to the main roster. There's really nothing else for him to do, unless they're going to insert him into an NXT Championship match, which I don't think is going to happen, because you got Gargano and Almas at Philly, and then if Ciampa comes back, then you got Gargano and Ciampa during WrestleMania weekend for the NXT Championship. That all comes full circle for him. But Cassius Ohno, where is he? Unless they add a mid-card title to NXT, which I really don't think they're going to do. So, Cassius Ohno, there's really nothing for him to do in NXT. Bring him up to the main roster. Put him on SmackDown, put him on Raw, mix him in there with the other guys, give him the Intercontinental Championship, give him the United States Championship, pair him with someone, have him win the tag team titles. Raw is in desperate need of some tag teams. Pair Cassius Ohno with someone else. Stuff like that. So, Velveteen Dream, without a doubt, he seems like the most logical choice in this scenario. So Velveteen Dream will get the win over Cassius Ohno. Next is the Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain. This is truly a clash of different styles. Now, the Authors of Pain are being put in this position for a number of reasons. One, it's too soon for the Street Profits. Two, the Authors of Pain never got their official contractual rematch for the NXT Tag Team titles because it was interrupted by the Undisputed Era when they were facing Sanity back in October. 3, this will be Akam and Rezar's last match in NXT. And 4, the Authors of Pain will only further enhance the Undisputed Era as legit main event caliber talent in the tag team division. You got Adam Cole and Aleister Black, then you got Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly and the Authors of Pain. Can you imagine if the Undisputed Era clean sweeps NXT TakeOver Philadelphia? Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they retain the tag team titles. Adam Cole defeats Aleister Black. You realize how great the Undisputed Era is going to look after those matches? You're going to place Akam and Rezar in a position where they're just going to be beating down the Undisputed Era, and the Undisputed Era is going to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I don't know how, but there is no way that Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are losing the tag team titles. There is nothing else for the Authors of Pain to do. They held the titles for 203 days. They lost it to Sanity. They made the right decision by putting them in War Games with Roderick Strong. So, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, they retain the tag team titles. Should be a decent match. I really don't know how this match is going to go. I always say that heel versus heel matches are terrible, unless, of course, you're Sanity and the Authors of Pain, because that match was phenomenal at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I'm not sure if Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are going to repeat that with Akam and Rezar, but we'll find out. But as far as the outcome goes, Authors of Pain, no question. Undisputed Era, no question. Authors of Pain, they got to go up to Raw. They should wait till the Raw after Mania to bring the Authors of Pain to Monday Night Raw, insert the Authors of Pain into the tag team division, have them go into a tag team title feud with whoever the tag team champions are at that time, and, we'll see where it goes from there. But as far as the outcome of this match, Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the win. Next, Aleister Black versus Adam Cole in an Extreme Rules match. I knew that these two were going to be heading towards a match at TakeOver Philly. I knew it. Everything called for it. The way how Aleister Black robbed Adam Cole of his opportunity, and then Adam Cole paid Aleister Black back by screwing him in the Fatal 4-Way match. I knew that they were going to be heading toward a match at TakeOver Philly. I did not know that it was going to be an Extreme Rules match. That only further interests me. That only further excites me. Can you imagine how good Aleister Black and Adam Cole are going to be in an Extreme Rules match nonetheless. You're going to have Aleister Black possibly doing springboard moonsaults and double foot stomps through the damn table. You're going to have Adam Cole hitting Aleister Black upside the face with kendo sticks. They're going to be bringing in more tables and chairs. Everything that you can imagine. They might brawl into the crowd. They might brawl into the damn crowd. You can bet this match is going to be beautifully chaotic. And who knows, this could very well be match of the night. This match and the NXT Championship match are the two matches to look out for. As far as the winner of this match goes, Aleister Black, he's another one. Just like Cassius Ohno, there's really nothing for Aleister Black to do. They were not going to insert him into the NXT Championship match because you already got Gargano and Almas. So where does Aleister Black go? Aleister Black goes straight to the main roster. Put him on SmackDown Live. That way he can have matches with the likes of Styles, Nakamura, Owens, Zayn, Orton. Can you imagine those types of feuds? Can you imagine Aleister Black versus Bobby Roode for the United States Championship? That match could definitely put the United States Championship back on the map. I loved Corbin's U.S. title reign. I like Roode's U.S. title reign now. It started off hot. But no one's really clicked with the United States Championship maybe since Styles. Ever since Styles dropped the title to Corbin, yeah, I've been enjoying Corbin's reign, but it wasn't a reign where I said, oh my God, please, just never end this reign. That was like a Styles reign. I could have dealt with Styles as U.S. champion for an entire year. That's because that's how good AJ Styles is. Bobby Roode, he's gonna have to prove it to me. I know he's great. I know he's a great wrestler. I know he's got a great character. But we're gonna have to wait and see where this U.S. title reign goes. Aleister Black, you put him on SmackDown, put him in the U.S. title picture, have him bring some prestige back to the U.S. title. Maybe bring back the U.S. title open challenge. Maybe have him drop the title to a young up-and-coming star. Have him be directly inserted into a WWE Championship program with the likes of maybe Nakamura or Kevin Owens. Those types of matches would be great. Adam Cole, he would be the one to defeat Aleister Black this Saturday in a great match, possibly the match of the night. He would be the one to send Aleister Black straight to the main roster, and Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly continue on their path of dominance in NXT. Plain and simple. Adam Cole defeats Aleister Black. Shayna Baszler versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. I did not think that they were going to insert Shayna Baszler into a NXT Women's Championship match this early. I thought they were actually going to go with either Peyton Royce or Billie Kay. That way, you could have Peyton Royce and Billie Kay have their final match in NXT, and they could be in the Women's Royal Rumble. But they wanted to insert Shayna Baszler in there. I don't agree with the decision to have Shayna Baszler in there. The only way I will be okay with this is if Ember Moon retains. Ember Moon cannot be a transitional champion. I do not like seeing guys or people like that. I don't like seeing people, superstars, female talents. I don't like seeing anyone with the caliber of Ember Moon whom had a match of the year in the women's division with Asuka back at TakeOver Brooklyn 3, who's been on this underdog story in a way, who was given the title by Asuka after she won it in the Fatal 4-Way. I don't want to see people like that become transitional champions. I would rather see Ember Moon overcome the odds. She defeats Shayna Baszler. Holds the title to WrestleMania weekend. Kairi Sane then becomes champion. She defeats Ember Moon at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Then Kairi Sane can be built up. She can have a run with the NXT Women's Championship. Hold it to TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Then she can drop it to Shayna Baszler. It is way too early for Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler needs to develop more moves. She needs to develop a little bit more of a character. I like what she's doing. how they're portraying her as just a badass chick that doesn't give a shit about what she does. She doesn't give a shit who she hurts. She just does whenever she wants, when she wants. And I like that about her. But after a while, there's only so far you can go with that. Right now, it's good, but you can't take that and say, that's an NXT Women's Champion. If you wanted, you could have given the title to one of the members of the Iconic Duo. You could have given the title to Nikki Cross. Those types of people have already proven that they are worthy of becoming NXT Women's Champion. Same thing with Ruby Riott. I don't really understand why they called Ruby Riott up so early, because I believe she could have been a perfect fit for the NXT Women's Championship for a little bit. She could have been a transitional champion. I would have rather Ruby Riott be a transitional champion than Ember Moon. I really, really, really do not want Ember Moon to become a transitional champion. Ember Moon should not lose. If she loses, it's bad booking, and I'm going to state it. NXT, they made a mistake. Triple H doesn't run a perfect show. Triple H is not a perfect booker. He is not a perfect CEO. He makes mistakes. And if Shayna Baszler defeats Ember Moon for the title, it will be a mistake. I'm not going to be overly pissed about it, because it's a rarity that NXT really makes a mistake. It's a rarity that NXT makes a mistake. The last mistake I saw NXT make was when Samoa Joe defeated Nakamura for the NXT Championship at TakeOver Toronto over a year ago. That was the last mistake that NXT made. So you can tell how different the main roster and NXT are. NXT rarely makes mistakes. WWE has made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Short title reigns, not putting people in the correct positions, part-timers as champions. You see none of that in NXT. You see none of that in NXT. But if Shayna Baszler defeats Ember Moon, it will be a mistake. It will put a bookmark in that book as a mistake. Can't really do anything about it. So Ember Moon, she needs the win, and I'm going to stick with Ember Moon. And finally, Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. We saw what they did in Brooklyn. We saw what they did on NXT TV not too long ago. Can you imagine what they're going to do when they're given 20 to 25 minutes in the main event of a TakeOver special? Can you imagine how great that damn match is going to be? Can you imagine how great it's going to be when Johnny Gargano defeats Andrade Cien Almas? Can you imagine how great it's going to feel for us to see shades of Daniel Bryan defeating Evolution at WrestleMania 30? I guarantee you right now, Johnny Gargano and Andrade Cien Almas are going to put on the match of the year. Guarantee it. I don't think there's going to be a single match in NXT that's going to topple Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Gargano in the main event of TakeOver Philadelphia. Maybe Gargano and Ciampa, but that has yet to happen yet. That is yet to happen yet. I saw what they did in the Cruiserweight Classic, and it was phenomenal in every sense of the word. You give Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Gargano, you give them 25 minutes, that match could very well rival a Gargano-Ciampa match worth 25 minutes at TakeOver New Orleans. So Johnny Gargano could very well be involved in two of the best matches of 2018, and we aren't even a month through 2018 yet. Do you realize how crazy that is? That's how great Johnny Gargano is. That's how great Andrade Cien Almas is. That's how great Tommaso Ciampa is when he gets back. Johnny Gargano, mark my words, he is going to be involved in one of the best matches of 2018 this Saturday, live on the WWE Network. He is going to beat Andrade Cien Almas to the biggest pop anyone has ever heard since Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Johnny Gargano, his celebration is going to be cut short. Because I'm making a bold prediction that Tommaso Ciampa is going to return immediately after Gargano wins the title, attack Gargano, and we are going to end TakeOver Philadelphia with Ciampa standing over the newly crowned NXT champion, Johnny Gargano. Thus, we'll set up the feud for WrestleMania 34 weekend when NXT takes over New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the rundown for the NXT TakeOver Philadelphia Network special. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the DJ Storms. Do not forget to check out the Lightning Flash update, which will be going up tomorrow, Friday, January 26th. Do not forget to check out the rundown for the WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which will be going up this Saturday, the 27th. I'm the one and only DJ Storms. Thank you for joining me here on YouTube. You have a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow.